last minute, but you were requested for a film audition today. Yay! In about an hour, actually. No pressure if you can't make it, but it is a pretty big one. So if you get this message, just go. I sent you the sides, and do not worry about calling me back. I told them you were trying to make it in LA traffic. So go get it, girl. Okay, bye now.
God, please let something good
come. Great little rom-com, which I think could be made into a feature film. Just everything about this was awesome. I laughed a lot at the lines like, "No one's eating pie, Noah." Great writing. The pace was amazing, and the timing of the actors. And I liked how they had the different versions of the two characters, the main, the guy and the girl talking in the two different versions of what they felt happened. I think that's very important to show, because that happens to everybody. I mean, all the time. There's always three stories, right? The one you see, the one the other person sees, and then what actually happened. So I just thought it was so funny that, but it was great that they actually came together too and talked about each version of what they felt like they saw and heard, because that's how you come together and communicate and resolve issues, right? But it was done so well, and I loved it. I just was really mad when it ended, because I wanted to see more. I think this can be a feature film for sure, and that the lead actress should be in it, because I think she can carry it. And it also just with the auditioning and the acting stuff that was in there, and LA, and dealing with your car and being towed, and the tickets, and just all of it.
Anybody who works in the entertainment field or who lives in Los Angeles can totally relate to this short film. I think the entire thing was on point. The filmmakers did such a great job in how they put this together. And it was funny. It was poignant. It was really good. The cast was very genuine. I think that it was written really well. It was shot amazingly. I loved what they did with the shots and how we kind of go back in time for a minute, and how they weaved the story together, I thought was great. And also how it came to a resolution, I thought was great too.
Was a little too real with all of the running around LA and dealing with car trouble and traffic and parking and ticketing and your car getting towed, and just dealing with the rigors of auditioning in LA, and finally booking a role and going through that, and what you see for that, and this feeling as an actor to being open to all these opportunities, and putting in the work and putting in the time, but like when will you finally get to that point and like get what you're looking for and what you've been acting for. I think this was a really solid piece. Really well acted, really great pacing. I think you could definitely extend this and make it a feature piece. I think there's a lot to explore with it. You do a great job of setting up parallels between this woman going to all the auditions and also her romantic relationships, or at least like the philosophy of it, of being open and like, trying to work out the kinks of the auditions and the kinks of the relationship. And just like, I think there's a lot you can work with there. And I think that sets up a good plot A, plot B storyline with parallels. And that could definitely be expanded on in a larger piece. But overall, I think it was shot really well. Acting was really great. Pacing was really great. Great script. I had some audible vocalizations, which doesn't happen often when I'm watching anything. So that's a good sign in my book, but really good job.
An obstacle that comes in two ways, an interpersonal obstacle, and then an external, like a literal external obstacle that is caused from cause and effect, in the sense of our protagonist wants to become an actress, and in her frustration with how distant her boyfriend is being, she calls it off with him, and she basically, in the heat of a moment, she says some things that hurt his feelings about his script. Come around to do an audition to find out it's the script her ex-boyfriend was producing. That definitely, I love that build up where that cause and effect causes this constraint between both parties. And I love how both sides have to struggle with different elements. The boyfriend has to realize that he has put so much effort into his script that he has now become very distant and reclusive towards his girlfriend. And so he has to realize that he needed to put in more effort towards the relationship, and the girlfriend realized that she relied on him too heavily, and she needed to get her independence.
Bravo to the actors; they did a great job. And it's a story that I live in Los Angeles. A lot of us can identify with this this sort of thing. And I like the two sides, to every story. The fact that she's able to call him out and say, this is how I remember it because this is how it actually happened was, that was kind of nice. We all wish we had that opportunity in life to have the discussion they have at the end, and the fact that they were able to kind of come to terms and have an understanding was really nice to see. And it's kind of a thing we all want in our lives, I think. But yeah, and also, I know for every working writer and actor in Los Angeles, we also want to see this woman succeed. So, but yeah, it was a good idea to have this sort of a romantic kind of comedic kind of drama happen in the midst of a movie audition. There's different layers of drama and stress and opportunities for humor happening here.
You have two versions of an argument, and the repercussions of that perception dissonance. It is quite an engaging film, outstanding performances, and with the subtleties of human relationships around letting go, holding grudges, seeking vengeance, and all the impacts around those negative feelings, and how you can hold on to them for so long and then decide to act. I think it is quite, totally relatable, as I said. And in terms of the actual words, the script, this is so on point. And I think it is an excellent depiction of an actual argument and how this can be pulled through and how it can ultimately be resolved as well. It is outstanding.
It's a fun piece. I think the two actors did a really good job together and, showed their relationship very well and everything. I think overall very strong performances all around. It was entertaining, good story. Yeah, I liked it. It was very solid.